So what's up, you guys? Thank you for tuning in into another episode of Let's Talk with Johneri'o Scott. Today we are talking with Deanna Halt about a really serious situation that's happening amongst our communities. Don't you know that 200,000 cases are found each year? And we're talking about sickle cell. So I want to thank Deanna. Thank you very much for being a part of Let's Talk. So let everyone, know who you are. What you have going on.
Yes, I'm Deanna Ho. I just moved from Connecticut. I'm born and raised from Connecticut. Just came down from South Carolina. Just finished school, just graduated, but now I'm focused on basically getting sickle cell the awareness it deserves, because sickle cell definitely doesn't get the recognition it deserves. So I'm definitely trying to get it out there so people could be more educated on this disease.
And that's really a strong thing. It takes guts.
Yeah.
Because, having sickle cell or the sickle cell disease, it's not normally discussed. Only when it's, health awareness or, there are so many followers, that's dealing with that, and you stepping out and having this YouTube platform, I think is really good. So, when did you find out that you were dealing with sickle cell?
Okay, so my mom and my dad had the trait. So when your parents have the trait, your child will come out with the disease. So you're born with it. You're fully born with it. And I had my first crisis when I was 3 months old. 3 months.
So, dang, that's really young. And your parents, I know they no one is prepared for that. So, after, dealing with those, as a baby, how has it changed your life since then?
The older I got, the more educated I, really, really become into it. And I was an advocate for it. So once I became an advocate for it, that's when I really, really, really got into sickle cell walks and anything dealing with sickle cell in general. And sadly, I'm the only one in the family that has the full disease, and I'm the only child. So I'm the one that got it. So yeah, so I'm definitely like in it. Yeah.
That's crazy. So you had to educate yourself on it. No one else to run to but the doctor's YouTube channel. What inspired your YouTube channel?
Okay, what inspired me to do my YouTube channel? Sickle cell doesn't get the recognition it deserves. I always say if you could die from a disease, it's something important you should know about. So cancer, lupus, anything else, they get the recognition it deserves. Walks, billboards, TV commercials, everything. But sickle cell really doesn't get the recognition it deserves. So I'm really trying to show people and do videos of what I go through during a pain crisis to see what a sickler actually goes through. While we're in pain and while we're in the hospital. And actually, besides that, just living and dealing with it on a normal basis. But that's my main goal, is to really get the awareness out there and to educate people. Because a lot of people are walking around and don't even know they have the trait. So.
And speaking on not knowing the traits, what are some traits or some symptoms that we may look for, just to say, hey, you may have that sickle cell trait, sickle cell disease?
It's hard to explain because some of the sickle cell crises or pains are also the same as arthritis pains. Okay. So it's hard to be like, oh, my hip is hurting, or my back is hurting, or my arm is hurting. Like, you don't know really until you get a blood test. Okay. You really don't know.
So get those blood tests, get those tests. So how often is it like a certain amount of periods that you have these crises, or they just show up?
Well, when I was living in Connecticut, it was cold. Like, the winter is crazy up there. It's cold, and we don't do good in cold at all. So I was sick 24/7. But since I moved down here, my crises have gotten better, a lot better. So I would say through a year, I'll go maybe every 3 months, so maybe 4 or 5 times a year. Yeah, so it's gotten a lot better. A lot better.
And you living with it, 26 years old, have you had any, how do you get day to day when you're at those crises? How do you get over them?
Oh my goodness, God. I'm telling you, because they was not living for me to pass 9 years old. I was supposed to be not on earth But obviously, God has the last say. So, definitely God and a very good support team. My mom, all my family, my cousins, my aunts. Oh my goodness! But definitely me in the Word and me going to church. I'm very, very heavy in church. So definitely God. I encourage myself. If I feel like I'm getting myself low or down, pick myself back up, encourage myself. So yes, definitely.
So for someone who may be dealing with sickle cell disease or the trade, or going through the hospitals, what advice would you give them?
I would tell them, don't get discouraged. A lot of us in the community, we have a big community out there. So if you want to reach out to somebody, because we do have a lot of sickle cell communities, a lot of groups on Facebook, a lot of people that's still doing their stuff on YouTube also. So if you feel alone, don't feel alone. Don't feel isolated, especially if you're fighting it by yourself, because a lot of people don't even have a good support system like I do. I thank God for my support system. But a lot of people are dealing with it by themselves and scared and don't know what's going on. So I would say definitely reach out. There are, if you Google, there are some sickle cell websites and numbers you could call and nurses you could call. So if you're feeling alone and you don't know what to do, I would say definitely reach out to them. Definitely.
Yeah, you can really tell that you're really passionate about it.
Yeah.
So how long have you been doing the YouTube channels?
I've been doing it since I was 21, 22. So I'm 27. So it's about to be 5-6 years. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's really good. And have you had a lot of feedback? And
Yes, a lot of feedback. A lot. I ask for positive and negative. Right. I want them to be honest as possible. But a lot of positive, a lot of people that, like I said, that does go through it by themselves. They see my videos. I'm like, oh my gosh, I go through the same thing. I didn't know nobody else going through that, or I don't know if nobody else was doing that too. So I'm like, I'm glad to hear that, because that's what I want to do. I want to, spread the awareness and, to help other sicklers out there too. Right. Yeah.
Listen, you guys, check out her channel. How often do you put videos out?
Once a week. Once a week. Yeah. Once a week.
And how can they follow your YouTube channel? Shout it out.
Okay. Now I'm going to spell it out for you because it's kind of complicated. Well, it's www.youtube.com/ILPINK9
And I just want to say thank you for this opportunity. Continue to do what you're doing. Listen, advocacy is go for what you know and support. So you guys, this has been Deanna. Let's talk with Johneri'o Scott. We're out. Thank you.